spin the lathe, the wood takes hold, Chad's at the wheel, a story unfolds, chisel sharp, a steady hand, crafting beauty across the land, from pen kit small to projects grand, Turner's Warehouse making it stand, Amy by his side, the warehouse lady, reading comments, keeping it shady, Wednesday night, the show's live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, risen flows, a vibrant hue, Turner's Warehouse, me and you.
Mommy doesn't get drunk, she just has fun.
We're live. Yes, your camera is on. Hold on just a sec. Tiny. Now you're centered.
Woo!
There we go.
Hello!
Alright, fixed up. Welcome, let me start over. Welcome, everybody. Should I restart the intro video?
No.
No.
I did it that time. That was funny.
That was
I
funny.
did it twice. Hello, everyone. I'm Chad from Turner's Warehouse. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. That's all I have.
Is that the end of the show?
That's it. Thanks for joining us.
Woo!
Woo!
Alright.
We'll do Amy Cam. Daniel and Amy moderating.
Hello.
Daniel, raise your hand. And that's Amy there next. Nope, that's both of you. Just one. Amy, now you raise your hand. That's Amy. So, Mike, do they not have a mic? Give us a mic check.
Mic check.
Mic
1, 2.
check.
Yo, yo.
Seems like it's working.
Hello.
Mike. But I don't know if Jake was being sarcastic.
Very
from
quiet.
last time.
Sound
No,
is very quiet.
Can you turn it up?
How about now?
Mic check. What if you tilt it
Hello.
towards you guys now? Like that.
The gain was all the way down, so that might have been it.
Is it better now?
We can't hear Chad.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
hear me?
Chad's mic.
Mic check. I'll move
Oh.
it up. That's weird. Let me see.
It says you're low, Chad especially.
Can hear Amy and Daniel. Chad, no. Holy smokes, they got a big mic. Mike, yours is fine. We can't hear Chad.
Jake says, Daniel, can you fix Chad's mic?
Maybe it's the same thing that happened to that one.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Hello, everyone. I will talk and say words while Chad's
Can
making
you tell
fun.
them what I'm saying, Amy? We're fixing the mic.
I can't. They're fixing the mic. Chad is fixing the mic.
Mic check. Can you hear me now? There it is. I see it's on.
Oh, they're fixing it.
Something must have updated.
It got muted somehow.
Somehow,
Carrie says, that's fine. We don't need to hear Chad.
somehow, right before we started, their mic got muted, and apparently mine was, and we didn't notice.
Is
Hey,
it
so
better
let's
now?
start over. Hey, everybody, I'm Chad from Turner's Warehouse. That's Daniel and Amy.
In all fairness, Chad was going like this.
True.
He wasn't actually talking.
All right, Amy, do you want to do some announcements?
Yes. So, announcements. Welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. That was kind of perfect. I don't know if you all watch Bob's Burgers, but we all really like that show around here. And we have a little Bob's Burgers. We have a little noise maker of Bob's Burgers. Anyway, and it's pretty good. So I see people in the chat talking about the open house. That's basically my main announcement. So we have a really, really great lineup for the open house, and I just want to mention a couple things. So on Friday, Curtis Seebeck from Turntex is going to be here. He's the originator of cactus juice and basically like started home stabilizing. He is so knowledgeable. Nobody out there is probably more knowledgeable than him about stabilizing, and his demo is going to be on Friday afternoon. So if you can make it out to the store, that would be amazing. If you can't make it to the store, we'll see you here on Turner's TV because we'll be live streaming that. And I just encourage everybody to like carve out time for that. We might be having another guest with us.
Special guest
On Friday from Colorado, but it's not for sure yet on Friday. So that one's like tentative, so I can't say anything about it yet. But everyone fingers
If he's
crossed.
watching, hopefully
He's in the chat right now, and he's like,
If he's watching, he should definitely come. No
Yes.
guilt trip.
yeah.
No.
Any hoodles. So that's Friday. And then on Saturday morning cartoons, Jake. I don't know if you guys know Jake. Maybe you know him.
I've not heard of him. Is he new?
He's in the chat right now, I think. Jake will be here, and he's going to do Saturday morning cartoons live here. And for all the locals who are able to come out, we're asking that if you are coming out to see Saturday morning cartoons, that you RSVP specifically to that, because it's before the store open hours. And so we're going to ask everybody to be on time. It's kind of going to be like a closed set. Your name has to be on the list to get in, because we will be like preparing for the rest of the open house while Saturday morning cartoons is happening. So
How does one RSVP?
one RSVPs by going to the sign up. You can find it on our website, and when I'm done talking and can multitask, or Daniel just put it in the chat maybe.
I did. It's already in the chat.
Daniel's awesome. He just put it in the chat. So that is the RSVP if you're coming in person to Saturday morning cartoons, which is awesome. And then we do also have an RSVP just for the day on Saturday, because if you've never been to our open house before, we kind of open up our whole parking lot, and we have like multiple other vendors and folks that are going to be here with us. And we're going to have a chef come out. He's going to cook burgers and hot dogs. So we're going to have food. And last year we got pizzas, because that's what we've done every year, and we ran out of pizzas like that. So we're trying to get a good count, or hopefully at least a good estimate of how many people might come on Saturday, so that we make sure we have enough food. And we're renting chairs this year too, so that people have a place to sit down and chill. So on Saturday morning cartoons will be at 9 a.m. That's before the store opens. If you want to come, you have to RSVP specifically to that. And then throughout the day, we'll have Zach Higgins here from Nevada Resin Works Studios. He'll be doing a resin casting demo. And then in the afternoon, we have Dan from Stainless Bottle Stoppers. He's coming all the way here from Pennsylvania to do a demo for us, which is really awesome. And to eat some barbecue when he gets here. Dan, if you hear this or you're watching, we're going to get you some barbecue. And then, so he'll be doing one. And then Emily Ford of She Turns Wood on Instagram. She's awesome and a great presenter, and she'll be here as well from Utah to do a turning demonstration. So it should be a really fun day.
And then out back.
In addition to that, I know, I'm getting there.
I know. Yep.
In addition to that, Marquetta from Third Gen Pen and So Amusing is going to be here. They're going to have a little booth. Mr. Jim's Carvings is going to be here. He's going to have a little booth with his carvings and talking carvings with people. I believe carvings by Dan. I think Diana, Dan's wife, is going to be here with some of his carvings to talk carvings. We have the local forge, Iron Rhino Forge, where a bunch of cool people hang out and do blacksmithing and bladesmithing and swordsmithing.
That was a fan favorite last year.
They are going to be here again doing some blacksmithing demonstrations out back. We're going to have our local club here. So the Wood Turning Club will be here. We may have a Record Power rep out there. And there's a few others that maybe they haven't quite confirmed with me yet. Love Connection Dog Rescue is going to be here with some puppies. So that's super cool. And, yes, I lost my train of thought for a second. Rycon will also be here.
You said mention the club. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, huh?
And maybe a SKU demonstration. We're working on that still.
I did mention the club, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of folks who will be here, and they'll be out back, and we're going to have food, and it's going to be a good time. So if you can come out to the store, come out to the store. If you can't, all of the demos, like I said, will be here on Turner's TV. And then, yeah, my last announcement just really quickly is thank you to everybody who's been giving us condolences for our dog. I really appreciate it. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Very good. Good stuff. To piggyback on a couple things, I saw Marquetta say John Kruger. Not this time, Marquetta. I would love John to come down and demo for us. We're up there, but John is not our hopeful surprise person, but we'll see. Let's see. What else was there? I was going to say a couple things, but I forgot already. So It's going to be a great time. If you have the ability to come, there's going to be a lot of great people here. You can chit chat and talk, blanks and pens and turnings and forging and carving, and it's just going to be a good time. And I think it'll be more fun than last year because we're going to have plenty of chairs. We always run out of chairs, but this year we're going to have plenty of chairs. We rented a whole trailer full. We're going to have food being cooked the whole time, and then we'll have drinks and chips and things, right? I would imagine. So you can get snacks and you can just hang out and chill. Last year we got pizza and it was just a little less convenient, I would say. Although the pizza was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went quick. It was for sure.
Kind of like I tried to kind of schedule it so that we have a nice long lunch this time.
Yeah.
To hang out and talk to the booths outside and just.
So in addition to the demos in here,
Chill.
like Amy said, there's going to be a whole mess of stuff going out outside. You could just hang out outside and have a great time, but it'll be a lot of fun. Definitely, I'd recommend if you're in the area, coming to Saturday Morning Cartoons because Jake, is that how you say his name? Jake?
Yeah.
Or Jackie?
JK?
Jackie?
I don't know. What's
Jake?
the
I think it's
Texan
Jake.
way of saying it?
I think you say y'all fixing to see
Jackie?
Jake. Y'all fixing to see Jake. That's how they'd say it in Texas.
There you go.
But in addition to just the fun of Jake, there may even be surprises. And one thing Amy didn't mention is we do have a couple prizes to give away, and I don't want to make the event about that because it's certainly not. But one of our vendors that we deal with on a regular basis that we have a great relationship sent us a really cool prize to give away, and I won't even say what it is because who cares? We'll do it that day, but it's really cool.
And it will be, just throwing this out there, and I know this sucks, it will be for someone who's here because it's a big, heavy box.
It's not anything I want to ship, so it'll be someone in person. We do a lot of prizes where we include everyone on the live streams and that. This is just for shipping purposes. It would cost us a lot to ship it, so we're not going to ship it, but it'll be a good thing. So let's jump to some things. I want to show you guys a couple of things. We just introduced platter blanks. So this is I think this is a 14-inch. This is Sisu or East Indian rosewood. If you want to make platters, we have them. They're kiln dried, they're numbered and pictured each one. So you're going to see the exact one you get if you buy a platter. Now that's a 14. Let's show you a 20.
Really nice.
Huh?
It's really nice. It's really pretty.
That's Sisu. This is acacia. So that's the real deal there. That's a 20-inch, which is crazy, right? So obviously, given your lathe's capacity, we have them from 10 or 12 on up to 20, but you could really make something really cool out of these. So these are on the website. The price, if you look at them, they're kiln dried. The price includes shipping. Because they're so awkward and large and heavy, we bundled them and included all the shipping in it. So whatever you see is what you pay, and that's it. Next, let's talk blanks.
Jake says, what's the matter? You don't have any big ones?
No, Jake, that's the biggest we could do. Bummer, huh? All right, let's talk blanks. Today we are going to turn a Valentine Day blank. We're going to turn the wisteria purple. Is it wisteria purple? Wisteria pink? No, it's purple.
It's purple.
It's wisteria purple. We did red hearts and purple. Some are calling it pink. It's a color shift, and I don't know if the camera will pick up the color shift. If you've ever used wisteria purple, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we also have the anti-Valentine's Day. These are all on the website, and that's the black skulls, black pearl, or blood red. So depending on your feelings, you can make anything you want this Valentine's Day. Also from last week, the LA Baker. This is a sweet little kit list Daniel made from the LA Baker. This also has a color shift. So it's gold. I won't tell you our exact formula, but it's a couple different golds with this purple color shift in it. So it looks purple, but if you look at it at the right angle, it almost looks like a dark blue or a dark green. So that's a cool one. And right now, if you buy 5 Sirocco's, you get 2 LA Bakers free thrown in your order. That's this month. So Any questions on any of that? Lots of cool stuff going in.
See, JP said something funny. He's like, "Oh yeah, I see the color shift. It turns black when I blink."
Yes, it does. They all do that, JP.
Well, so we were talking about. It's funny because Mike says, "Because when I think Valentine's, I think skulls."
Skulls will be for year round,
Not-
but it's an anti-Valentine's.
We were like, not everybody loves Valentine's Day, and then we have been wanting to do skulls, so we thought it was funny. We're like, let's do
Some
skulls.
people really dislike Valentine's Day, so it's just a fun
so then it's
twist.
for everyone.
Yeah. I would recommend the hearts unless you don't want to have someone for Valentine's Day. Giving them skulls may not be the best thing unless they're like a biker.
Yeah, I would like the skulls.
Skulls
like
are
if you
cool.
were gonna make me a pin and you gave me those two choices, I would want the skulls.
I love skulls. Yeah, so anyway, let's get started, but lots of fun coming up, just a month away, a little less than a month away now. It's going to be a good time, so check it out online if you're not able to attend in person.
It's pretty cool actually to see people signing up because then I see your name and I'm like, oh yeah, they're coming.
Yeah, that's good. Real good. Okay, today we are going to turn
Marquetta
a Sirocco. Go ahead.
is going to be a special visitor from Colorado, but she's not the special visitor that might be doing a demo.
Yes, she's special.
She
but
is
in a
special.
different. She's a different kind of special.
She's already confirmed, so she will
Yeah.
be here.
Hey, so let's talk about pen turning. Is Emil here? Is Emil in the chat?
No, I haven't
Emil
seen
loves turning
He
pens.
loves turning pens, so I was going to mention this. We're going to turn a pen, and we're going to turn between centers. And what that means is we're not going to use a mandrel, although we could. Nothing wrong with a mandrel. But I'm just cleaning my tapers here a little bit. This isn't the best way. But I'm going to use live centers. So I wanted my tapers a little cleaner if I could. You do want to clean those every now and then just to make sure that they're good. But what we're going to use is these bushings that go directly in a tube, and they have a 60-degree cone on the end, and the 60-degree matches up to my dead and live center. Dead center on the headstock side, live center on the tailstock side, and that 60-degree cone makes a perfect centered piece. So if you use a mandrel, mandrels can bend. Did you post that video of me with that bent mandrel?
Not yet.
So we jokingly made this video because a customer brought in a mandrel and it's shaped like this. And he's like, I had an accident. So we were joking about it was an off-center turning mandrel because we did off-center turning last week.
I'll post it in the next few days.
Yeah, it's fine. But turning between centers is nice because then you don't have to deal with a mandrel, bending or not bending or whatever. Now, you can only turn one tube at a time, but I recommend that anyway, even when you're on a mandrel. So some people, a guy kind of chewed me out the other day because he couldn't turn two tubes at once. And I was like, well, you're better off not. And he's like, but that's inefficient. And I was like, well, turning two tubes at once is not great because you always have one that's not perfect. So preference, do whatever you want. I don't care. But turning between centers is about the best way you can turn a pen as far as quality and centering and all that, assuming your lathe is all centered up. If your lathe is askew in some way or your tailstock, then obviously it's not going to be as good. Did I miss something? No, you're good. Also, last week we did the off-center turning. I have not finished this, but I will. If you didn't watch this video, check it out. It was pretty cool. It was last week's live stream. We're going to keep going with that thing and do other cool stuff. So we'll check it out.
Ralph says, I like to clean the Morris tapers with my fingers just to see if there's a razor sharp burr present.
Yeah, that's how you find them. It's really good. Okay, so one other thing. This is the purple or pink, some people are calling it, but it's wisteria purple. You are going to see on my blank, well, not as much because I squared it, but I had paint all over the ends here. And what that was is, this is, even though this is a solid color, you know, we're drilling it and turning it down to like a millimeter thick, so things can get transparent. So anytime I'm not sure if it's going to be transparent, I paint everything white. And Amy just posted was it a short or a regular video?
It was a short. Or it's a reel on Facebook and Instagram. It's a short on YouTube.
Okay, so it's on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube in our videos of how I spray the tube, because people seem to get confused. I paint the tube and I paint the inside of the hole after I've drilled it. So I just spray it with spray paint, let it dry really well. So if you want to see that, there's a short here on YouTube. Check that out. If you watch it, give it a thumbs up so that we can get these shorts being seen by our viewers. But that's why there's paint on the side here, because I just spray all over it. I just spray and kind of move the tube around until it's dripping out the bottom. I'm sure somebody will have something to say about that, but the great thing is I don't care because it works. But this color, I feel like it's going to be brighter. The white hearts are going to be brighter and the purple is going to be better because I painted it white. If I didn't, the gold brass would shine through and change the tone of things. And that's the worst part of the tube showing through sometimes, isn't necessarily that you can see the tube, it's that it changes the look of it. So this I think will look really good because I used a powder coated white tube, which we do carry some powder coated tubes, but not a lot, but we do have them in Monarch. But if I didn't have powder coated tube, no big deal, just spray it with enamel spray paint. The key with both of these are letting them dry fully before you glue it. If you glue it when it's still soft and tacky, the glue will just kind of glob up and come off. Once it's dry, it's fine. But I didn't have any issues sliding the tube in there after I painted, the inside of the tube and using a powder coated tube because it lays flat. It drips out the bottom, so it doesn't pool up in there. I don't set it down. I hold it up so it can drip out and then shake it. And if it doesn't coat it perfectly, go back and do it again. So there is a short to see that if you're interested. Is that all I had to say about that? How's the chat today?
It's really busy.
It's
Yeah,
lively?
It's pretty busy.
Yeah.
Anyone misbehaving that we need to call out?
Just Jake.
Just Jake? That sounds about right. Jamie's behaving?
Jamie's
What about
okay. He's on the edge.
What about Marquetta? She's usually kind of
We had to ban
wild
her.
card. Oh, she's been banned?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. One other
Jamie
thing of
says,
note. Go ahead.
I've seen powder coated white tubes in 7mm before. Do they come in either size colors? So, funny story about sizes. Here, the tubes come by the kit. So instead of being 8mm, 7mm, whatever, usually it's we talk about them or they're listed by what kit they come with. So I think we have Monarchs that are
and some juniors.
powder coated. I think we have some juniors
Some
that are
bolt
powder
actions.
coated, maybe a few bolt actions that are powder coated. And I think we have white and black. Some of them are nickel, I think.
Yeah, nickel's a great one because it's silver instead of brass.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to carry a lot of powder coated tubes, but it was so expensive to get it done. And if it wasn't very popular, then they would just sit and not everybody casts. So we only really carry black and white in the most popular things like Junior, Monarch, and Bolt Action. But just spray them. That works the best. So one other thing I just thought of for the open house is some of the items that the guys will be demoing and gals will be demoing is going to be on sale. So look for those sales next week.
Wait, what did you just say?
There's going to be a couple sales next week on some of the demo items. Or not next week, next month. Sorry.
That's what I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I meant next month, but next week. All right, today I'm going to use our Ridgeback Hunter tool and a negative rake easy wood tool. So these are what I'm going to turn with. And then we're going to sand, polish, assemble. You two cover me for 1 sec. I got to go
Nice.
grab the press. Full cam on you guys.
Mike Homerlex says I started doing my own powder coating. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dun, dun, dun. Are you guys talking about Myra causing chaos even when she's not here?
Yeah.
I love that.
She's great. She's good at it.
You know, if there's anyone I would expect to powder coat, it'd be Mike. He seems industrious like that.
Yep, totally.
All right. before I get going, anything from y'all in the chat? I think we're doing good here.
We're talking about like, well, there was a discussion in here just about like the double-ended Morse taper tool to like align the lathe and how that's really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you guys want to see, this is a double-ended Morse taper. Now, here's the thing. If your headstock doesn't swivel, it should still have some adjustments. For example, this one has like 6 or 8 screws. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, but like a pattern inside the head that you loosen, set the Morse taper, then tighten those screws down. If your headstock swivels, it's even easier. What you want to do is loosen the headstock, put the Morse taper in the tailstock, bring them together, crank them up to where they're straight, and then tighten down the head. Because this is already tight, and that's easier to move away. So that's how we always did it. All the record powers that we sell and we use here, because we have 2 in here, have swivel heads, and that's how we reset with the double-ended Morse taper. So very valuable tool to have when you're slightly askew. Now, you can always just put the points up to each other, but make sure you have good quality points that aren't off.
We only carry the MT2 one, but some people might need an MT1. Is it possible for them to make one themselves?
Probably not.
No, it'd be pretty difficult.
I would imagine you'd have to have some pretty good, because it'd have to be machined exactly the same on both sides. So you'd have to have some good machinery to do that. I don't even know if I've ever seen a Morse taper 1 double-ended Morse taper. So if you have a Morse taper 1, you're probably going to have to use points, unfortunately. They don't make everything for Morse taper 1 because it's so much smaller. But this is, like, that's why this is on the wall here, because I use that quite often.
We got a couple of good comments in the chat. Crafty Jan says, I started doing my own epoxy casting, which led to stabilizing wood, which led to dyeing wood, which altogether is a supermassive black hole. Correct.
Yep, absolutely.
Darren gave a really good tip. I will add to Chad's painting, like with the spray paint, lean them up while drying. I've had it pool on one side and had issues inserting the tube.
Good tip.
Which is a really good tip, because you want it to drip out the bottom so that it's fully coated.
Yeah, that's why I say don't ever set them down while they're drying, because it'll pool at the end and stop your tube. You want to make sure it's clear. That's why I'll spray them and then kind of like shake them that any excess comes off. But that's a good tip, lean them up.
And then Jamie says, question, follow up to the powder coated tubes. Do they affect the drill size you need?
No. No, powder coating doesn't change the drill size you need, because even though powder coating is relatively thick in like machining world, it's not a big deal for pen tubes because they already allow a little bit for glue. So like this one today, I drilled it with the same size. I painted the inside of the blank, which, you know, leaves some thickness, even though it's just a thin layer of paint. And then I put a powder coated tube in and it was still perfect. So no big deal.
Homer,
but those are good questions.
Mike Homer Lex, who does his own powder coating, said paint is thicker than powder coating.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Going back to the Morse taper, do you have a moment to explain how to line up the points?
Yeah, you bet. Here, we can show it. So simply you're looking, you want to bring this up. Now everything you do, when you bring these up, you want to make sure and lock your tailstock, because your tailstock can also be off. Depending on the brand, they have different things underneath, different shims, different way to move them. So you got to be relatively confident that your tailstock is good if you're using it to align your head. But basically, you're just going to bring it up to, because I got 2 points on here, and I want to make sure that those points line up. So if I look down at it, the 2 points match, and then you want to look at it from the side, because they can line up this way when you're looking down, but they can then be like this, you know, like askew somehow. So your tailstock could be shimmed one way or the other, or your headstock could be shimmed one way or the other. So you want them to line up this way and this way, if that makes sense.
Thank you.
So it's pretty simple. Now there again, make sure everything's clean. And they do make a Morse taper cleaner. It basically looks like a big plastic drill bit with really heavy threads, but they're not sharp. They're just to clean the gunk out of your Morse taper. We should probably see if we can get those. Maybe we could 3D print those.
A Morris Taper 1?
A Morse taper cleaner.
Oh, cleaner.
It's basically like a Morse taper reamer. It's the shape of a Morse taper like this. Oh! Don't drop them. That's no good.
Man, that made a crazy sound.
Well, luckily
Want me
it's
to get that for
steel.
you?
No, I can reach it with the magnet. So basically, a Morse taper cleaner, and if you Google it, you'll see it. It just looks like this, but it has these big plastic threads. They're not sharp. And you like put it in and turn it, and you're just knocking the gunk out of it. When you have something in there, it's relatively free, but anytime we have a chuck on there or a collet chuck with a hole through it, all the debris and crap is getting put in there. So they do get pretty gross and pretty dirty. So that's why it's good to clean them every now and then. Good stuff, good stuff. And all that will affect everything. So like if you're turning a pen and something's out of round, it could be your alignment's off, but it also could be that your Morse tapers are dirty and it's not letting things seat correctly. And if it doesn't seat on each side correctly, it could like askew it if it's not seated properly. So don't jump to conclusions, like just clean everything and like look through it and see what's up.
I mean, that's really good advice, all of that stuff, because with a lot of things you turn, it doesn't have to be super precise, but then with
Yeah.
pens, it's really nice to be super precise.
Yeah, a lot of wood turning is, you know, you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants and like you turn it till it looks good, but a pen you're turning to bushings. So if you turn it down and it looks crappy, you can't really keep going or it'll look even worse or you'll hit the tube or something. So pens are easy, but they're also could be difficult if you're having issues. I know somebody mentioned stabilizing. Curtis's stabilizing discussion, and it's going to be the full length, is one of the best things you'll ever listen to if you're interested in stabilizing. So even if you're not local, definitely tune in on Friday afternoon on the 6th, because his stabilizing talk will change your, if you're into stabilizing or want to be into stabilizing, it'll change everything for you. So definitely get into on that. Okay, you guys maybe talk about something or...
Darren says, I've had that with the collet chuck and debris throwing it off since it's conical.
Yep. I just typed it, but I probably use the collets more than anything in here, and I clean them out pretty much every time I use them because of that.
I saw Chris is coming. If Chris doesn't come, I'm not coming, so...
Chris said he will be here for both days.
Oh yeah, he better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're local and you don't work on Friday, you should definitely come down for both days. It's going to be fun. Everybody's on their own for lunch on Friday, though.
And let us know you're coming, because we would love to know. And if you RSVP, it's in the chat.
I mean,
Hint, hint.
Marquetta says Roman has learned so much from Curtis. Curtis, like, sometimes Curtis will talk about things, and I'll be like, you are so far above my
he's way
head.
over my head, yeah.
Like, because he knows all the science of it.
Look at those hearts.
Does he have a YouTube?
Curtis?
Yeah.
No.
No, wow.
We have one on our channel from a couple years ago, but we had to, like, it was a short version. This is going to be the full one, and it's going to be good.
I had to cut him off. Because of time. I was like, okay. People were asking questions, and I had to be like, we have to move on.
Oh.
So this time, 2 o'clock to whenever it's finished.
Yeah, we'll let him go all night, and you
Yep.
can ask questions all night, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I've stabilized for like 15 years now, maybe, yeah, probably 15 years. And I still, every time I hear Curtis talk about stuff like that or his seminars, I always learn something. And I'm like, oh, I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know that, you know? And we do great stabilizing here, but it's all because of Curtis. All right.
Oh, it's okay. I guess I wasn't meant to have a good life.
That was kind of perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
Amy, we need to talk to Myra and make sure she's here. There's going to be so many riff-raffers. Myra better be here.
Right? Yeah, a ton of people are like, yeah, I learned something every time I talk to them. You know what's funny is, you know how Anita is Jamie's best friend? Like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, Curtis is like my best friend. People, let me tell you about my best friend. I really love Curtis. He's such a good guy.
So my favorite thing about Curtis is, like, if I'm at an event by myself, like, you know, we're chatting, no big deal. If Amy's there, I'll be walking up to Curtis and he'll like shove me out of the way and like hug Amy. And I'm like, oh, you don't want one from me? Like he'll literally like push me down and kick me to give Amy a hug.
Not true.
It's super funny. No, I don't blame him. I'm not calling it wrong. I'm just saying.
Curtis is the best.
It's pretty funny. These hearts look pretty good.
Speaking of that, it's so cool because, like, I'm so excited to see all of you that are coming to the open house. And it's really cool to be able to do this for a living and, like, genuinely feel like y'all are friends. Like, that's really special.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, so quick story.
Like, we have the best community.
I went to a hammer-in a couple years ago, and a hammer-in is the knife maker's equivalent of like what we're doing with the open house. And it was this guy down in Casa Grande who's like a big deal in knife. And all these guys came and demoed and did seminars and like did talks, and they were like the best of the best. And I'm like, how did he get all these guys here? Because it didn't cost very much to go to the hammer-in, considering like the best in the world are here. And then I figured out, like, they're all just friends, and they were all like, oh, an excuse to come hang out. So that's kind of what's happening here. Like, Jake's going to hang out, and Curtis is going to hang out, and Zach's going to hang out, and Emily's going to hang out, and, you know, all the guys out back demoing are going to hang out. Jim's going to hang out. So, like, it's kind of just like, hey, we're all going to meet up, and we'll call it work because we'll do some videos or whatever, but it's just a hangout sesh. So
We'll do some work in between hanging out.
I think it's really cool that everyone's coming, and we really appreciate it.
Jimmy says, a hammer-in? I thought that's what they do to nails. That's pretty good.
It's a knife maker's open house, basically. It's a cool name. Hammer-in. What would ours be? A turn-in?
A turn-in.
A turn-in?
Also, Jamie says
That's
that
fun.
he'll give you a big bear hug when he sees you.
Oh, I bet he
I
would.
think we need to go to the UK.
So, Jamie, we might end up in the UK at some point. Record Power really wants me and Amy to come over and tour the factory. So,
Also-
that'd be fun.
Brian from TBC says, Curtis hugs me. Just saying.
I bet he does, Brian. Well, don't get me wrong. He'll give me a hug, but only after Amy's gone.
When nobody's looking?
When nobody's looking.
He's just the nicest guy. Genuine.
In the field of stabilizing, I don't think there's anyone better than Curtis. And if there is, I'm fine with not knowing about it. But then look at, we got Zach coming, Jake coming, like excellent
Yeah.
casters.
So we have 2 coming from Texas, because Curtis is from Texas and Jake is from Texas. We've got Dan coming from Pennsylvania. Like, how cool is that? We got Emily coming from Utah. Marquetta coming from Colorado. Jim's coming from Texas.
That's 3 Texas.
Zach coming from Nevada. It's pretty cool.
Is it Nevada or Nevada?
I don't know.
It's Nevada.
Nevada.
Is there an H? There is.
Nevada.
Nevada.
You know, last year we had a couple guys from Alaska.
Alaska.
We had more California come in for the day. That was cool.
Out
Jake
California way?
In the chat, Jake says he's going to wear his cowboy hat.
Well, I would hope so. How else would we know he's from Nevada
From Texas, you mean?
or Texas? Nevada, Zach.
Oh, see? Chris Souza says, Amy and Chad, we should have a trip where we get a bunch of riffraff to go as a trip to the UK. That'd be
That would be
super
fun.
fun. Actually, that's a thing that I see people do.
We need to do
Like
one of
group
those
trips.
turning cruises.
Oh
That'd
my
be
gosh.
fun.
Did you know that in the UK they do turning cruises? They get a bunch of lathes on a cruise ship, and then like you go on the cruise, and then you take turning classes. It looks so fun.
As long as it's not wavy that day, it'd
Work
be a lot of fun.
activity? There.
Yeah, work
There's
trip.
like gnats or something in
Yeah.
here.
I've already killed a bunch.
All right,
I have
so
floaters in my ass. So
I'm gonna
sometimes
put this
like, is that a
between
gnat
centers
or a
without the
floater?
bushings because I don't like to sand with bushings, but I don't have a mandrel on to put my finishing bushings on, so I'm gonna use that. Anybody know what time it is?
Live but a time.
That's right.
Live, buddy. Roman says I'm there. Cruise,
Lathe
cruise,
buddy.
cruise.
Yeah, Roman likes to cruise. He'd probably do a turning cruise.
Did you know about those, Roman?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a real thing. I don't. Where are they at, Amy? They're in Europe, right? Somewhere, or
I think
Norway
record,
or something. I
I
don't know.
think record. I think
know, I think-
Record Power sponsors them because when I've seen the photos from them before, it's like they're turning on Record Power.
I think they did sponsor one or something.
Darren says his cowboy hat's just a ball cap that has a pitch that says cowboy. You can't fool us.
Cowboy Jake. All right, so I've got some fresh water here.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking a little bit ago in the chat. Sorry, there's a lot going on.
Nope, you're good.
About how the hearts get in the blink. So Daniel should answer that question.
Oh yeah, so we 3D print the hearts on a resin printer, and I call it a skeleton, and it's basically just the white, and it's a post going up through the middle, and then they protrude out from there. From that, I cure them, and then put them into PVC, and we pour resin in, and that's basically it.
Like, if you guys see our PVC pipe mold rack,
Yep.
all that's made in-house. That's what we cast all of our blanks in.
I've been using it for like a month or two before we even let it out to the public, and it has been working great for me. So we felt like it was time.
Yep, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that was 400. I sand everything wet, and all I'm doing is getting tool marks out or any little lines from my tool. I'm not really trying to change the shape too much. That was 400, then 600. Now I'm going to do 800. And this is our automotive wet dry that we have. We have it in all kinds of grits from 4 to 1,000, I think, maybe even 2,000 now. But you get 5 sheets in the packs, and I just cut them into strips like this. I've lately been putting my strips, I don't want to dump them out, but I just label them, put them in these little bins. Then I don't have to try to keep track of them. So when I cut them, I just put them in there. So that's 800. I am going to stop it and take a look to make sure it's all good.
Chris says, yeah, unstable ship and sharp spinning things sounds totally safe.
Should be fine, right? What's the worst that could happen on a
I
ship?
feel like they do it
On a
every
ship on the
year.
water with a bunch of tools and things. I wonder what they turn. Like bowls or spindles or what? All right. Anybody ever heard of Zona paper? How about you two? Ever heard of Zona paper?
Yeah, I've totally heard of it. I've
So
used it a time or
Zona
two.
paper is our polish. Now, I like to cut it into strips, and then I'll cut like an inch-ish, basically the smallest amount I can comfortably hold. And I will use this for 4 or 5 pen bodies. Now, somebody was asking me the other day, or maybe I was just telling somebody the other day, I don't know. 4 or 5 pen bodies, sometimes it goes 6, whatever. When I do really, really high-end stuff, I basically use 1 per body. Sometimes I'll use 1 top, 1 bottom, and then I'll change it. Because it does lose a little effectiveness over time. But on most stuff, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But if I'm trying to make a pen that's like $1,000, I spend the extra 10 cents on the Zona to make the polish as good as I can. I also tell everyone 35 to 45 seconds minimum, which is true, but on a high-end pen, I might spend 2 or 3 minutes per sheet or more till I get it right. And I do stop it a lot and look at it and make sure there's no scratches every step. This is the green, the first one. You just go in color order. And I'm going way too fast.
Jim says that Wayne Barton has hosted chip carving cruises, which sounds very cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then Roman says, does Zona paper come from Arizona? It does if you order it from Turner's Warehouse.
Yeah, if you order it from us, it comes from Arizona. No, it's made by 3M. It's really good stuff. We get it right from the manufacturer. But Zona paper is a replacement or an alternative, I'll say, because you can do any of them, and they all work fine. Either use Zona or Micromesh or Magic Juice. Each one does the similar thing. You don't really need to do both. If you did them both back to back, you're kind of repeating the same thing. Some people like Zach used to use the first 1 or 2 or 3 and then buff or use Magic Juice. I think he's gone to just doing it all on its own now, which is good. Because Zona paper works great, but so does Magic Juice, so does Micromesh. Just do whatever you're comfortable with.
I would argue that Zona paper does better because it goes higher.
Zona paper does end at a higher micron or a higher grit. So in theory, it should, if you do it all correctly. It depends, because some people can do really good finishes with less, and some people do better with more, so it just depends on the person. Let's take a look at how this is looking. Oh yeah, it looks pinkish. See, that white really brightens up the blank, so let's look at it next to, here's our blank, right? Oh, I'm shielding the light. So this still is solid, and then here's another solid but turned. I think they look very similar, but you will get differences when you turn stuff down. So you got to be careful with that. I watched a video the other day of this guy. He turned a resin vase, and man, that dude could polish a vase like nobody's business. It was called Wood Turning Projects. And he turned a resin hybrid vase. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I think I've seen his videos before.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
They're pretty great. Lots of hybrid stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
He used to be in the chat. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, bummer. Bummer. All right, these are looking pretty good. Now, this blank, you could have easily got 2 bodies out of. So if you're doing 1-piece pens, you can get 2. If you're doing 2-piece pens, you'll need the whole thing, of course. Now, these are Monarchs, too. So if you're doing long body singles, maybe you don't get 2, but depending on what you're wanting. Oh, and Daniel, you did cast the color on its own, right?
Speak of the devil. Wood Turning Projects in the chat.
I was just talking about that guy. That's crazy.
He says, hey, y'all, are you sanding and polishing? Yeah.
Hey, Wood Turning Projects, you're good at polishing a vase, I'll tell you what. That was a good video. Daniel did cast this purple color, the wisteria, on its own. So if you want to do a 3D print / the same color ends like we did the customs, we do have that. I'm not sure if it's up yet, but if not, it'll be up soon. But that's a good one. That's a good way to do it, because then you get those ends that are really nice and solid and vibrant. Is everyone enjoying the polishing? Because it's the best part of the day, sanding and polishing.
You got to listen to this, Chad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Wood Turning Projects answers the chat, hey, y'all, are you sanding and polishing? Anita says, "Is he new to the community?" Then Jamie says, I've seen a black and white video by that dude. Was awesome. Looks like it was from the 50s. Didn't realize that he was that old."
He seems pretty old, I gotta be honest.
And then Brian says, "Well, it seems after a bit..." Oh, wait. That is unrelated. Harold says he does a lot of sanding. At least that's what I remember.
He did yell at me to get off his lawn, so.
And then Mr. Jim said, "Hey, it's Jake's twin."
Oh no, we do not need a twin.
Wood
Jake.
Turning
One
Project
is
says, "I
enough.
love sanding." So funny. You guys are the best.
Should we do like a make your own sandpaper kit next?
What do you mean?
Like paper and sand?
And glue?
Yeah.
Like you can glue your own sand on? Boy, that'd be a lot of fun. The only thing that'd be less fun of sanding is making your own sandpaper, then sanding. Because it would probably suck real bad. That's
What?
one thing I always tell people. Don't cheap out on sandpaper. Because, boy, when the sand is like coming off, the grit is coming off the paper, it makes a mess.
I've kind of noticed that lately because I have some sandpaper at home and it says 600 grit, but it feels real gritty.
It's just because the grit is moving.
Yeah.
It'll just tear stuff up. And I always say, I don't have anything against Harbor Freight. I actually like Harbor Freight, but don't buy sandpaper from Harbor Freight. It's terrible. It falls apart.
Jake says, "That dude is silly." And then Darren said, "That's the only reason I bought a house was to yell at kids to get off my lawn."
I know. We don't even have a lawn. We have rocks. And I'm like, get off my rocks.
That's not true.
No, we don't. There's
No.
no
That
kids
only
in there.
happened once, and it was right when you moved in.
That's
Yeah.
not true. The neighbor kid Hank, the neighbor kid Hank would be outside all the time, and we'd be like, "It's so good to see kids playing outside."
He was like racing his RC car in our side lot. And his dad was like, "You messed up their dirt." And I was like, "We don't care. Like, let him play, man. He's awesome." He's like, "You did donuts in the dirt." We're like, "Yep, cool." All right, everybody.
Jamie's asking Wood Turning Projects if he likes turtles as much as Jake.
Turtles. These look pretty good.
Then Wood Turning Project says, "Jake who sounds like a jerk." Here's the thing, Wood Turning Project, settle down, or we'll
Settle down.
we'll kick
Settle
you
down,
from
fella.
the chat.
All right. Let me move this.
Oh, that's great.
Anybody know what time it is?
Anita says, "I think he's just a little high strung. He probably eats too much candy."
Put away like
Lathe
M&M's.
buddy time.
Put away the lathe buddy time.
JP was like, Chad just shouts at the kids to get off his sawdust now.
Yeah.
That's my sawdust.
I wish. I
that's
don't.
funny.
Luckily, I don't have any kids playing in the sawdust. All right, let's see if we can see this thing. I think we're in good shape. I'll try not to knock any of this over.
Spas? Any nice spas by Turner's Warehouse?
In honor of
Spas?
the monthly matchup, I'm using a Sirocco in brushed pewtar. That's British because they're from England. Pewtar. Jamie can back me up on that one.
Yeah, Corey says, "I stay away from the Turner's packs or the box of rolls. The grits never seem right. 600 feels rougher than 220.
Yeah.
I splurge on good quality paper. You get better results with less effort."
And honestly,
True
like
that.
Yeah.
Like
I
our
think-
sandpaper, the ones I was using at first, the 4, 6, 8. I think a 5-pack of sheets is $5, so it's $1 a sheet, which you may think is a lot, but a sheet goes forever, and it's great stuff. It's like automotive grade. We get it from the automotive supplier, and it's like totally worth it.
I switch between the Abernet and the sandpaper a lot, and both feel like they give me really good results.
Yeah, and you can use Abernet wet if you want.
Oh yeah, that's the only way.
Hearts
I
should
use
go
it.
to the point, right?
Should
everyone?
go down.
Like down towards the tip.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just making sure. Just making sure, y'all.
Pewter is metric silver.
Metric silver. That's funny. Okay. So this is the Milescraft press. I know there was some discussion on presses. It's the best one in my opinion.
Wood Turning Projects is now saying, "I hear there will be a surprise for people who RSVP for cartoons. I'm a snitch." That's
Well, didn't
true.
I say that or no?
I did hear something about that too.
Yeah, there could be surprises if you come to Saturday morning cartoons. I gotta tell you, that's a good looking pen, even made of a bunch of hearts.
Yeah, Julian, I was going to say something about garden mulch too. Julian was saying, is there a good way to get rid of your sawdust besides just dumping it? A lot of people will really love it for their garden and their compost piles.
Just make sure you look up what kind of wood is good for that, because some woods are not good for gardens. Beaufort ink kits come with really nice ink refills. They're their own brand, and they're really good quality.
Yeah, it's a nice kit. I like that kit a lot. And I'm not really a ballpoint person, but those are.
You're more of a fountain person.
I like fountain pens. I got one of Darren's fountain pens right here.
Anyone ever have this happen? When you put it in, the ink is sticking out. It just has to seat into the back. So I usually just give it a push like that. And then there it is. So
This one's very pleasing.
one thing we don't do a lot on here, and we should, is talk about, like, what is this thing? Because we have a lot of sellers on here. Look at that blank.
Oh, Roman says, find someone that makes items out of clay. Sometimes they need to burn sawdust for turning scraps.
Oh, that's cool. So this is a Sirocco with the 3D printed blank. If I was doing art shows these days, this would be, depending on the show, probably $85 to $100. Especially like nicer shows. This is a really nice pen. It has really nice ink, which is one of the keys. If you're going to sell stuff, make sure it has good ink in it. But this is a good looking pen, right? Don't you guys think?
Yeah, it's a nice pen.
Like nice fit and finish, good polish, thanks to the Zona. But don't sell yourself short. Now, if you can't get that, then do what you got to do. But this is a nice combo here. So if you are a pen seller, keep that stuff in mind.
Joe says, I use my resin shavings for my plastic plants.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny.
That was such a dad joke. It was really good.
Wait, Joe next door?
Yeah.
Of course, Joe throws one in there. That's hilarious. All right, so, whoops, I stopped.
Oh, camera 2, please, someone says.
Camera two.
Um,
Good quality, nice pen, Sirocco. This month is the matchup. Buy 5, get 2 of the LA Bakers free, which is a good deal.
Roman says, I need to find Chad's customers.
Jake's like that arm hair, though.
Arm hair. Jake likes it. This is.
How did I miss that?
Oh, look, I got a cut, Jake. Scratch. Usually I have several wounds from this shop.
We saw, can I just say something? Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. We saw the coolest video the other day, and we were like, we should totally get one of those. And it was like this machine that presses sawdust into little bricks that you can burn.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
It was cool.
It was really cool.
Little tiny.
Yeah.
But our sawdust wouldn't be good because it usually has some resin in it, so that wouldn't be good.
So
If it
should
was just
we
wood.
press the blank and then put it in the stabilizer?
Yeah, it would fall apart for sure. For sure. All right, everybody. This is a great project, especially if you have someone you like, maybe even love, hearts. You know, flowers die and fall apart and get a mess all over, and you got to throw them out. If you make someone this, they'll have it until they lose it.
Flowers
So
are
that's
really
a
nice,
long
too.
time.
What's the saying? Pens are forever.
Pens are forever. Pens are a girl's best friend, I think they say.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But anyway, cool blank. It's available in red or purple. What do you guys like better, red or purple? Because we had a lot of debate here. Last week, you guys were no help. You guys picked half and
They
half.
kept saying purple, and I'm like,
Well,
that's not even purple. It's like
Pinkish
pink.
purple.
It's like pinkish purple.
It
Yeah.
looks pink under the lights more than it does not under the lights.
You should talk about the
Show
red a little
those
bit.
two again, because those two.
Well, I'm saying because if they get the red blank, remember we were looking at
Well,
it this morning.
Yeah. So the red is red, but this is like blood red. So it's like darker. It's hard to get.
Those hearts look really good though too.
Hearts look great.
Um,
I'm
I
gonna do
will
a skull
say-
kitless though. It'd be fun to do a skull kitless with the black.
Jake says I'm waiting until after Valentine's Day to get a wife.
Classic. Jake, I'm gonna make you a heart pen for Valentine's Day. Maybe I already did.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
I just
cute.
did it. Maybe I just made him a pen. Who knows?
Surprise.
Chris says, I say red, but Patty says purple.
Good stuff. All right, everybody. Next week, great live stream. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be very exciting.
Everybody is awesome.
Yes.
And
Thanks, everybody.
yep.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
And next week, what do you got planned for him?
Next week, I don't want to say. I'm not going to cliffhanger because Jake doesn't like that. He gets very upset.
All right, for
Or
Jake.
does he? Maybe he doesn't.
Any last questions before we sign off?
Comments, questions?
Oh, well, I was going to say, I wanted to talk about the red because the red, when it's in the blank, looks different than the red when it's turned.
Oh, yeah.
So if anybody's like, this isn't the same red, it's the same red.
Yeah, it has some variation to it. It's really cool. Well, I mean, look at right here. Not to prolong, but like, here's 4 different reds all in one place. And they're all red, but they're all very different shades. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
So yeah, if you get the heart red and you're like, this isn't red, it's red when you turn it.
It will be red. It might look pinkish.
Yeah.
On the
Jake
outside.
says super mad.
Super mad.
Thank you,
super mad.
Marquetta.
Hey, Marquetta. Hello. I didn't give you a proper hello. Marquetta will be here. That's gonna. Marquetta alone is probably enough.
Harold, happy birthday. Sorry.
Happy birthday, Harold. Marquetta being here is probably enough reason to come because Marquetta's a party. If you didn't see the live stream with Marquetta and Roman, Marquetta can hold her own on the live. And Marquetta, I'm going to get some of those giant glasses because I thought those would make perfect safety glasses. Those are pretty funny. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you
Thank
next week.
Have a good night.
We will be doing next week. Yeah.
Spin the lathe, the wood takes hold, Chad's at the wheel, the story unfolds, chisel sharp, a steady hand, crafting beauty across the land, from pen kit small to projects grand, Turner's warehouse making it stand, Amy by his side, the warehouse lady, reading comments, keeping it shady, Wednesday night, the show's live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, risen flows, a vibrant hue, Turner's warehouse, me and you, skills and laughter, a joyful blend, with Chad and Amy till the very end. Carrie joins in, the team complete, creative sparks can't be beat, sharing knowledge, tips and tricks, building community brick by brick. Lads are humming, tools are keen, the finest wood, a vibrant scene, from exotic grains to local finds, inspiration strikes of all kinds. Wednesday night, the show's live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, risen flows, a vibrant hue, Turner's warehouse, me and you, skills and laughter, a joyful blend, with Chad and Amy till the very end. So tune in